Hello everybody. I got this package in the mail today from DHL. I've been expecting it for a couple of weeks now. Inside we should have a Creality CR-10 3D printer purchased from Gearbest. So let's start the unboxing. I've been debating on ordering this printer for quite some time, and it was a toss-up between this and the TiVo Black Widow. But then after doing some research online and seeing all the issues that users of the Black Widow were having, I decided to go with the CR-10. It has a bigger build area than the TiVo. I'm not sure about end user support from the manufacturer, but I do know there is a Facebook support group for this printer started recently. And other than that, there's not a whole lot of information that can be found online, which makes this a challenge for me. And I sort of like that. My last purchased printer was the Tron XY X3, and one of the reasons I purchased that printer was due to the fact that there wasn't much information about it online, and there were no review videos of it, so it was an opportunity for me to look into a printer that really not too many other people looked into already. So let's see what we have in the box here. Top layer of foam, remove that. So here we have the base with our print bed all assembled. And we have a piece of glass here. It smells like mothballs for some reason. Yes, strong smell of mothballs. So we have our base, which has our bed, belt assembly, and stepper motor, along with our nice braided cable with quick connect plug for our heated bed. I really like that. That was one of the one of our feet here that just fell off. The screw came loose, but we'll put that back in. So let's set that there like that for a minute. Line this up. So we have one printed component right here on the end that holds our belt in place. Some printed end caps. It looks like I have a printed end cap missing on this side, while the other three sides have printed end caps, so it's no big deal. This foot will just have to be screwed back on. We'll do that when we assemble the printer. I'm probably going to remove these, like seen in most videos, these pieces of plastic. I think they give the printer a cheap look. We have our glass bed. I'm probably going to end up holding this down with two-sided tape. I don't like this clamp is stuck under here. I don't like pinch clamps. I think they just make it look cheap. So a few pieces of two-sided tape will hold the bed down. And our heated plate, it's a fairly large heated plate. It's a massive build area for the price point of this printer, and the fact that everything comes, for the most part, assembled. So let's get these back on here like this. We'll set this out of the way and we'll get down to the next layer. I'll set this little foot aside, and we'll set this aside. Okay, get this out of here. So there's not much to the box. There's only 2 layers. Here we have some foam inserts that we can remove. We have a, what is this? A roll of masking tape. I'll probably just print directly to the glass bed. I find I have better results. So, okay, we have a box here with some stuff in it. Let's open that. I picked this printer up for, I think after my coupon code, $403 US. Free shipping to Canada. Oh. The Gearbest page didn't mention any free accessories to come with the printer. So anything like that I consider a bonus. So we have a packing list here, all in Chinese. The instructions to assemble it are all in Chinese. And we have another packing list here with Chinese and English writing. Okay. So we have a small roll of filament here. It looks like it's about 200 grams. That's I wasn't expecting that, so that's a pleasant surprise. The Gearbest listing doesn't list any of the accessories. So set that there. We have a TF card reader, and there is a micro SD card inside it. It doesn't say what that micro SD card is. A little pink card reader, and we have this 8 GB micro SD card. It will come in handy. We have a USB cable to connect to the PC. See here, brackets for the spool holder. There's a compression fitting and some T-nuts and some screws in here. I'm not sure. Probably some of the assembly hardware. Some more assembly hardware. Here's some nuts and bolts. Some thumb screws. Some pre-assembled brackets. One with an end stop. Putty knife. A guarantee card of some sort that you can fill out. 3 months upon purchase date if there is a functional problem. We should offer the same item subject to goods and packaging. 1 year upon date of purchase, we will guarantee to keep the goods in repair, not including fittings. I don't know how well somebody will honor that, but anyways, a little weird with a QA sticker in there. We got our power cable. Bowden Teflon tube for our Bowden extruder. We have some neat little tools in here. We get these tiny little pliers. These might come in handy for other things. These little wire snips here. So we got a set of wire snips. We got some zip ties and another bag of various tools, some Allen keys, flathead screwdriver, and 2 small wrenches. Let's put these all back in here. Okay, so here we have our electronics. You can get this out. And I really like the fact that I really don't have to do any wiring in this. We got two quick connects here, one for our bed and the other one for our hot end right here. And it looks like the Teflon, the other piece of Teflon tube might have been a spare. I'm not sure yet. This doesn't look very long. This piece of Teflon tube here. That's quite loose on there, so I'm going to have to take a look at that. So we get all our quick connects here. I shouldn't have to do any wiring. Everything should already be set up for me. I'll have to flip this to 110 for my region. It's currently set to 220. There we go. Let's take a closer look at this box. A little flimsy at the bottom. We got an air vent here for power supply. We have our micro SD card slot right there, and we have our USB connection right there, which isn't. We have our two mounts here where we're going to mount our spool holder, and lots of stickers on here with Chinese and English writing on them. How to connect these two quick connect ports here. This is what this sticker is telling me. And then we got our nice plug in here with on and off switch and a fuse located right inside of there. So I really like that. No acrylic in this at all. That's great. We'll set this aside. We'll take out the remaining piece. So we'll get a good look here in the box. You see here that our extruder is quite loose. I'm going to have to take a look at that. And not much else left in the box. Just this one piece. So we'll pull that out. Take a look at it. And then we'll start assembling the printer. Okay. So we can get this out here now. There we are. So let's take a look at this. Get that off of there. We got one lead screw here. Shouldn't be a problem considering most of our weight is on this end. As long as this, as long as everything's tight, shouldn't be a problem. I can't see it being too difficult in the future to mount another lead screw over here and do up a pulley system up here like on the Black Widow. But I can't see that being necessary either. What I am concerned with is how loose this is. So we got that one zip tie holding that in place there. So we'll reach into there. Use these handy little wire cutters that they supplied us. Cut that one zip tie. Remove that. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Some scuff marks here and here that won't be seen. Anyways, that's my unboxing of the Creality CR-10 3D printer. It can be picked up on various places online. It's not that well known. You can find it on AliExpress. You can find it on a few other sites like Banggood. But most of those sites are offering this printer for anywhere from $600 US to upwards of $900 US. Gearbest at the moment has this printer at the regular price of $447 US, free shipping. So I managed to snag the printer for, as I said, $403 US with free shipping. Given the build area, if everything works out good, this is it's a great bargain. It's not the bargain that the as far as I'm concerned, that the Tronxy X3 was, given that that printer costs, I think I spent $200 for that printer, and gives me a build area of 220 by 220 by 300, and for the price I paid for this, I could buy two of that printer. I know I have a bigger build area here, but with two of the other printer, I effectively doubled the amount of work and throughput I'm able to do. But I wanted a bigger printer. Besides making my own deltas, as you can see, here's a little preview, I guess, of something I'm working on. But that'll be for a future video. I wanted a bigger printer, and this printer really intrigued me. This printer, as I said, this printer in the Black Widow. And price-wise, this printer made more sense, and it had a bigger build area, and I've heard too much negativity about the Black Widow, the circuit board, the power supply, issues with the heated bed, and print quality. I'm just not in the mood for all those issues. So anyway, stay tuned for stick around for the build. Okay, so let's put this thing together. First thing I'm going to do is I need to fix this rubber foot that was loose in packaging. Inspect it a little closer. So no, I just got some damage in one spot right there on this heated bed. We're just gonna set it up there out of the way. We're gonna put this back on the table. We're gonna take a look at these. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up these holes a little bit, and then when I reinstall the wheels, I'm going to push them towards the center a little bit more to give me the grip that I should have there. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to take a porcupine bit here, and I'm going to try to open them up towards the center. As I said, a little force. There. No side to side at all now. Look at that. But it's nice and snug now. Not that bad, I guess. Okay, so now let's get our belt back in place here. Perfect. Now let's get that heated bed back in place. Okay, so instead of putting everything together, and all the files you will need are on the micro SD card, including calibration, the software, as well as 4-page assembly instructions. So printed those out. Take a look at those in a minute, but in the meantime I've got the hot end off, and I've opened up these two holes a bit so that I can get rid of all that slop, put this assembly back together, and see if I open up these holes enough. So we have that back on, and it's snug as a bug. little bag of screws here. Not sure what these 3 thumb screws are for yet. So we can see. So we're gonna need these 4 M5 by 20 screws, and they're gonna go. The instructions are very vague. They don't offer up much detail. I'll set that down there. I'm gonna take this guy. Let it hang out over the table a little bit, I guess. And we'll set this guy here. It's supposed to go right there. So that's that. Take these brackets out now. And these have T-nuts, so look at the size of that thing.
I love the coloring. That's so sharp. Really nice.
I was going to take the orange things off.
Oh, don't. Well, it's up to you. It's yours, but I like it.
We have a little bag of spare parts here. So we have some spare T-nuts, 1 spare of every type of screw. We have a spare pneumatic fitting, and we have 1 spare M5 bolt. This thing's pretty rigid. This is not moving. Like, this is me moving the whole table. These are pretty easy to identify. I really like this quick setup, this quick connect. This gives it that premium feeling. This whole electronics box gives it a premium feeling. So we have our extruder. We have our X-axis that I can't see from there. We have X-axis. We have to bring the electronics box around here. Okay. We have our X-axis. Another X-axis. Yeah, that goes here. Not there. In there. X-axis says and stop. Right there. And we have, let's see here, Y. Wish the Y one was a little longer. And we have our Z axis and stop. Here, I don't want this. What's going on here? that to figure that out. Okay. Then we have our y-axis and that. That's everything. Okay. So, pretty simple. We can take our Bowden tube, connect it up. This around, and we're good to go. I don't like how this is here. I might zip tie that right there. Let's see how far over. Yeah. How far over? So I might zip tie that right there. Just so it's not hanging and catching on the bed. So let's take that off. And yeah, I think I'm going to zip tie that right there. Put the two remaining zip ties away. So I've already switched it to 110 for my region. And there we go. Let's take a look at this. See if we can get that screen in focus here. There we are. Here's our screen. I want to keep an eye on this, so I'm not sure. So that's the printer all assembled. Any issues I had are all resolved. The wife apparently likes the orange trim, so I guess I'll keep the orange trim for now. I was debating on taking it out. Stay tuned for an update and a first print. For now, I'm going to work on calibrating the bed and making sure everything's fine-tuned and running just how it should be. One more shot of the screen. So just for reference sake, as a footnote to my video, here is the Creality CR-10. I still yet to calibrate the bed, but I thought I'd do a side-by-side comparison of that with my Tron XY X3. So we get to see here the bed size is quite different. With a 300 by 300, and here I have 220 by 220 with a mirror that I installed on this printer. It doesn't come with a glass bed, so you'll have to provide your own. I have my custom dual spool holder at the top, some legs installed, and a few other add-ons, but besides that, we get a good idea of what the printers look side by side. Now, the X3 has an enclosure. It's 100% assembly required. Given that, though, the X3 can be found right now for as low as $225 US with free shipping, which is roughly half the price of the CR-10. So for the price of the CR-10, I could have two X3s. I would be giving up that large build space, but I would have doing the same job that one would be doing. So I would, in effect, double my productivity. But still, both printers side by side, they look pretty similar. Both of them look really good, really sleek, and I think they'll go good together on my workbench. So just a footnote there. My X3 and my newly acquired CR-10 side by side. Let's see if that CR-10 becomes my new favorite printer. Currently my X3 is my go-to printer. It takes the place of all my Castle Minis. Anyway, thanks for watching.